Hey, 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 it's Krystal The Goddess, and I'm the creator and owner of the House of Divinity. And welcome to the House of Divinity Podcast, a place where we have divine discussions, all about raising your vibration, activating and aligning your chakras, and really just tapping in and being your most divine goddess self. Now, let's get to the episode. Hey, 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 it's Krystal The Goddess, and welcome back to another episode of the House of Divinity Podcast. I already said my name, so I'm gonna just get into it. Anyways, welcome to this episode. So exciting. I actually feel like I haven't recorded in a while, so it feels a little like, where you been? Even though, anyways, I'm not even gonna get into it. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. I'm going to start off with gratitude in typical House of Divinity fashion. Gratitude is one of the most important things. So if you are new here, we start every episode with gratitude because I love to get the vibes high, let the universe know, send me more of this. Thank you. And so I'm actually expressing gratitude because we have some private sound baths coming up, y'all. Some folks have gathered some friends, gathered some goddesses, and they wanted me to hold space for them. And there has just been an uptick in the private sound baths. We also had a retreat, so I'm including that in this private sound bath moment. But I just want to express gratitude to all the goddesses that have reached out to me, inquiring about private sound baths. If we were able to make it happen, great. If we weren't, I still have gratitude because it's giving expansion. It's giving growth. It's giving next level. It's giving elevation. It's giving ascension. And I'm here for it. So I want to express gratitude to the private sound bath expansions. Okay. So I love that. I'm full. My heart is full when I just think about all the new sound baths. And the private sound baths, folks have been reaching out because I got big goals, big dreams. And this is just the beginning, okay? I want even bigger private sound baths. So I'm ready. Or if I'm not ready, I'm going to be ready real soon, okay? Anyways, let's move along. So next segment we're going to get into is our healing highlights. This is a moment where I highlight perhaps a crystal, an herb, something from the holistic healing space that's, that y'all can go pick up and grab, whether at your local crystal shop, herb shops, apothecaries, whatever the case may be, or on our e-commerce shop, I should say, at houseofdivinitybykTG.com. And so today's healing highlight is Pyrite. So Pyrite is actually one of my favorite crystals. And if you look at it, and I'll try to add a better photo and hopefully, or maybe I can zoom in. I don't know. It might be too much brightness. But Pyrite is known as fool's gold, right? So you see the little cubes and the shapes in there, the prisms. But what is important to know about Pyrite, or one of the reasons I like it, number one is the physical attributes because it's so shiny and sparkly, right? And so I guess the girliness in me is like, ooh, shiny. But also the other healing benefits or attributes that it has. So Pyrite is known as a crystal or a stone of manifestation, is known as a stone of action, confidence, willpower. Pyrite is also known to, what's the word I'm looking for? It's known to block or shield against negative energies. It's known to protect against physical harm, emotional attacks, environmental pollutants. So it's a protective stone in that sense. But Pyrite is also a stone that helps you take assertive action and also helps with fear. So if any of that sounds like something that you want to bring more into your life or block and shield, get you some Pyrite. I actually have a big piece of Pyrite on my bed because, like I said, it's the gold for me. So keep the abundance flowing into my life. I'm here for it. Now, I want to go ahead and get into our dynasty discussion. The dynasty discussion is the meat and potatoes of this episode or of this podcast. And that's just the topic that we're going to discuss today to provide healing to all the gods and goddesses out there. And today's conversation is about how comfortable are you? How comfortable? How you feeling? You good? You good? You okay? I hope you said no. It's almost like a trick question because comfortability, yes, I want you to be happy. Okay? And if you're comfortable, that's great. And I want to start off with that question because what we know, and I've said this a few times, you can consider it a theme of this podcast, but crystal lovers, whether that's you or someone you love, I have the perfect gift. Shop our manifestation crystal tumblers. We have the largest selection of crystals to choose from. So no matter what you're trying to manifest, whether it's love, joy, peace, protection, we have the crystal perfect for you. Whether it's your zodiac sign. I know how much we love our zodiac signs. Shop the crystal tumbler that matches your zodiac sign and get the healing that you deserve. Healing in 1, 2, 3 easy steps. Fill your tumbler with water. Allow it to sit 20 to 30 minutes so that the water can absorb the vibration of the crystals. And then after that 20, 30 minutes is over, you drink the water, step 3, and the water inside our bodies matches the vibration of the water that we are drinking, and it will internally raise your vibration and activate your chakras and activate the cells within your body. So shop the largest selection now, perfect for fruit-infused drinks, teas, and of course water. Shop now and get this healing delivered right to your doorstep. See you in checkout. But we know that growth happens outside of our comfort zone. And if we don't know that, if you've never heard that before, let me be the first to tell you, babe. Growth happens outside of our comfort zone. So if you're comfortable, that's all right. It's cool. That's, good for you. However, that also tells us that growth or, substantial growth or huge growth may not be happening. I don't know your life. I'm just saying. But if you're comfortable, that's great, right? Because sometimes we're uncomfortable and then sometimes we achieve a goal and then we get to that level of comfortability. I was so comfortable for so long, probably at least, I'd say the last 2 years really started to shake shit up, okay? But before these last 2 years, I was comfortable. I was comfortable in my job. I was comfortable in my career. Those are the same thing, I know. I was comfortable in my house, in my relationship. Like, I was good. Even the career move I have right now in my 9 to 5, I'm so comfortable, y'all. I love that. I love this that comfortability feels so good. And I'm okay with that. I'm comfortable there because, like I said, 2 years ago, I was not comfortable. And I needed a shift. And I made something happen. And now I got promoted. And now I'm comfortable. I'm so comfortable. I'm like, I want to like hold on to everybody around me in my job. Like, please don't leave me. Y'all stay here. Like, I'm so comfortable. Are y'all comfortable? Y'all stay comfortable. Get comfortable. Settle in. Let's, get cozy. But where I am feeling some discomfort, moment of transparency, where I am feeling some discomfort is in the personal side of things. More so, it's personal and it's entrepreneurial. And I've been feeling some comfortability there because, I can't tell you 100% why, but I'm here to tell you to lean into that uncomfortability. And I'm telling you to lean into it. Number one, going back to what I said previously, that growth happens outside of your comfort zone. So if you are feeling uncomfortable, that means growth is happening. That means you are elevating, you are ascending to the next level. And I don't want us to be thinking like, oh, I'm uncomfortable, like I need to change this. No, go through it, lean into it. Follow your spirit, follow what's on top of mind, follow what's in your heart, listen to the voice, and follow whatever it's telling you to do, but do not retreat, do not back down, do not step away, do not fear the uncomfortability, all right? Because who you are, her, him, in the future, it's on the other side of that uncomfortability. And if we do not go through those moments, we will not reach her when we are supposed to reach her. Mind you, yes, divine timing. So it can be contradictory sometimes. But, right? So if you decide to quit, okay, cool. That was in your divine alignment. That was in your that was in your books and your cards. However, what's causing you to stray away from the uncomfortability? Is it fear? Because we could push through that. And that's what I just wanted to really talk about, y'all, because when I tell y'all I've been so uncomfortable, I've been all over the place. I know I can pinpoint a few reasons why. Number one, I have a lot of things on my mind. Like I said, it's personal and it's entrepreneurial, and I'm handling all of these thoughts at the same time. So what I had to tell myself was like, okay, I told myself first, and I tell honey, take a shot. It's a running joke. Anytime you hear me say, honey, take a shot, ginger shot, whatever type, alcoholic shot, whatever type of shot you need to take a shot. But like I was telling myself, I had a conversation with me first, and I, talked to honey because that's my best friend. Anyways, but I was like, I've been so uncomfortable. And what I realized is that like with all these things on my mind, all these plans that I'm setting forth and putting in place, I was like, I just have to get clear. I have to get clear on what I want, and I have to start checking things off of my list. I have so many, the way I described it was like, I have so many open tabs. And I was like, I need to close some of these tabs. Like right now they are unfinished, right? I have not completed the task at hand. So I was like, okay, check these things off the list, be done with it, shut it down. You're done. We're not going to think about it anymore. We're not going to put any more mental energy into this. We're not going to worry about this. Mind you, I don't feel like worrying. I'm just exerting so much energy and so much thought, and thought and time into these things. So I was like, yeah, we got to get some things out. Close the tabs. So boom, did that, closed it out, boom, did that. And even then I already felt lighter. I'm like, ooh, okay, what's the next thing I need to worry about? Because we can't worry about everything. And I'm using worry loosely, not to use it in like with its negative connotation, but like I should Google worry because I'm pretty sure I'm using it accurately, and I'm pretty sure it just has a negative connotation. But the only reason I'm not is for the sake of time. I don't want y'all to be just watching me or listening silently while I'm Googling. Anyways, so, we don't need to be worried or thinking about all of the things. And it's interesting when we think about the brain, because whatever we focus on, the brain thinks it's happening now, right? I was reminded of this recently, so I want to share with y'all. Like when you're worried about 15 things or things in the future, the brain is like, oh, this is happening now. Got to fix it now. Got to do it now. And so for me, I was like, well, number one, I'm planning things for the future. So yes, I need a certain level of things to be in place. But that's why I said, I was like, okay, do this thing now and be done so that your brain does not have to worry about it. This is why we get the part of. This is what contributes to the mental exhaustion, right? Because your brain is trying to put all of these pieces and live in those moments, which are not happening. And you're like, no, we don't need to do that yet. So I say all that to say, and just to come back to, how comfortable are you? Because if you're comfortable, let's take a moment. I was going to say, let's do an audit, right? Let's audit, let's reflect. Are you comfortable because, you've just reached a goal and you are basking in everything that is? Because I know that's where I am. Are you comfortable because you don't care to move on? Like, let's think about, fork in the road. Am I comfortable? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, okay, let's sit in that and question and sit and reflect on why I'm comfortable in. Okay, cool. If the answer is no, then we reflect on this aisle, right? Or on that pathway of like, okay, why am I uncomfortable? And then whatever those reasons are, just lean into it, right? Because usually uncomfortability means something's got to change. And then if you are comfortable, how long are we going to sit in this? When are we going to make our next goals? What's the next step? Right? Because I could be comfortable. Like I said, I was comfortable for about 5 or 6 years, 5 years. And then I got uncomfortable. And I think what happens where, especially, we are getting older. If you're listening to this, then I'm talking to us. We are getting older. And so, the older we get, we don't want to look back and think like, dang, I haven't done anything in a long time. And this is where the goals come into place. All right. So if you are comfortable, that's great. But what's the next goal? And I can honestly say for me, at least when it comes to my 9-to-5 career, I don't know what that next thing is. And now, again, I feel like that's okay because I'm fresh, I've only been in my position for 1 full year. So, but I do know a time is going to come where I have to think about, okay, what's next? How long are we going to sit in this space? And right now, y'all, it's toxic how comfortable I am because I'm like, I'm good. As long as they just keep raising the salary, give me a raise, every 2 years, I'm good right here. But what gets me, and I shouldn't be, but I might not be the only one, is that I think about like, I don't want to watch everybody around me pass me up, right? Or come for my spot. Like that's when I start to worry in the negative sense where I'm like, ooh. Okay, you so comfortable, but if everyone else is moving and you're just sitting there, that ain't gonna make me comfortable. That's gonna make me uncomfortable. Even though I shouldn't be worried about nobody else, and I'm talking to me. And if I'm talking to you, just in the comments say, me too. But I'm talking to me, like, I shouldn't be worried about other people, and we shouldn't be comparing ourselves to other people. But I know as the team around me starts to shift and other people around me are uncomfortable in their own right and they're moving forward and progressing in their life, that's going to cause me to get uncomfortable because I'm going to look around and be like, ooh, all these new people. So if you're uncomfortable, great, enjoy it, but maybe let's set some goals. And if you don't want to set the goal right now, talking to me, if we don't want to set the goal right now, perhaps we set a check-in, right? Maybe in 3 years we check in and we see, okay, now let's think about a goal. Anyways, now I want to talk about this a little bit because it's a great time to segue into our healing hint. And so our healing hint is just a little tidbit, whatever, to help you on your healing journey. And given the topic of our dynasty discussion, I want to talk about goal setting and more of like a cadence, a hint. And so a little support, if you will. But for our healing hint today, I want to talk about goal setting. And so I want to talk about making a goal. And this works in your uncomfortability as well, right? Because we're pushing through of whatever that is and reminding ourselves it's okay to be uncomfortable. But you make a goal. Let's set 3 action items. What are 3 things that need to be done in order for us to achieve that goal? What are 3 things you are going to do in order to achieve that goal, right? Because we gotta do some action, right? And then after those 3 things, after you write those 3 things down, you could do 3 to 5, but I want to keep it simple. And so after you set those 3 things, those 3 action items, I want you to write down, how are you going to reward yourself? So many times we forget, like, okay, you achieve that goal and we go on to the next goal. And again, this is leaning into the comfortability of like, you reached a goal, now bask. Ugh. And feel how good it feels. It's popular right now on the internet where it's like, you've worked hard to get where you are. Enjoy that. And so if we're uncomfortable, that's great. When we set this goal and we reach this goal, that's amazing. And before we rush off to achieve the next best thing, I want us to take a moment to bask. But I want you to think about something specifically. How are you going to reward yourself? When I tell y'all, I'll be setting goals, and then I'll be achieving these goals or I'll be achieving these milestones. And I go back to my manifestation notebook and my manifestation journal. And I'm like, ooh, I know I wrote this goal down. Let me find it. And I'm flipping through the pages and I'm going through my goals. And I'm like, okay, goal, reward. And I'm reading. And then I realize I didn't write this goal down. So I don't get no reward. Of course, I'll try to find a way. But I say that to say, for me, my issue was I had all these big goals. These major goals of who I see myself so far in the future. And so what's coming up for me right now that I want to share with y'all is let's do some bite-sized goals as well. Maybe it's your monthly goal. Maybe it's your quarterly goal. Maybe it's your mid-year or end of the year goal. But see, if the end of the year is kind of far, we don't want to be celebrating that far. But we could. We could. It's whatever you decide. But I just want to remind you, do some short-term goals. Even if it's a weekly goal. How am I going to reward myself? I'm going to have a glass of wine. I'm going to hang out with some friends. Sometimes my reward to myself is 2 hours of free time, 1 hour of free time, like 1 hour to bask because your girl be working and I'll be having to remind myself, okay, you've earned some time to relax. I've been doing better lately, but in the past, top of the year, Krystal, maybe not so much. I'm just saying. Okay. Anyways, y'all get the hint. I just want to try to find some ways to live up on yourself. That's all. That's where I'm coming from. All right. Now, moving on to healing on the horizon. So our upcoming healing events. Let's see. We have the end of June. We have a self-care sound bath. Looking forward to that. That is on July 30th until Sunday. August, we have 2 sound baths planned. So we have a new moon sound bath, all about the new beginnings, bringing the new lunar cycle with some high vibrations with your girl. But we also have something I'm really looking forward to, which is a forgiveness ceremony, y'all. So this is going to be a multi-hour event. I believe it's 2 or 3 hours. It might be 3 hours. So it's a 3-hour event. We're going to open up our heart chakra. We're going to get our hearts light as a feather, living according to our ancestors and following the laws of Ma'at. So I really, really, really hope that you all will join me for the forgiveness workshop plus sound bath meditation. All right, we're going to do some healing, y'all. I'm excited about it. And we have a hike August 6th. So I hope you will come out and join us. We're going to be chasing waterfalls, okay? Alexa, play TLC, Chasing Waterfalls, because that's what we're going to be doing. Bring your homegirl, calling all the nature goddesses, the greenery goddesses, the plant-loving goddesses, the hiking goddesses, the outside goddesses. Grab your hiking boots, grab your swimsuit, bring some water, and let's go. I'll see you there. You can RSVP because I want to know who's coming. So there's also a link to RSVP. You can find that on the website as well. House of Divinity by KTG.com. If you search hike, it will pop up super quick like that. So that's all I got for y'all today. Oh, almost all I got. The last thing, remember, you are a whole goddess out here. And it's always a great day to live life as such. I hope y'all all have a divine, whatever time of day it is. And I will see you all on the next episode. Bye. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the House of Divinity Podcast, where we have divine discussions for the gods and goddesses that are looking to raise their vibration, activate and align their chakras, and really just tap in and be their most divine goddess self. So before you go, I want you to go ahead and check out our e-commerce store where you can shop custom crystal jewelry, crystal home and beauty, healing essentials. Go ahead, if you're in the LA area and you want to come to one of our healing events, click the website below, House of Divinity by KTG.com. Check out some of our events. Check out, some of the merch, which should be available really, really soon. But go ahead and really just look around. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see y'all later. Bye.